With the X-Shot Pro line officially out in Europe and currently headed for the US, I think it's a good time that we analyze a few things we may have missed on my last X-Shot video. If you guys remember, we did like a brief history recap on X-Shot. A couple of you guys asked me, not enough, what about the Chaos Blasters? There's a reason I left those out in the last video. I felt like X-Shot Chaos needed its own video for a lot of reasons. X-Shot Chaos was released in fall of 2019 with two offerings, a carbine unit known as the X-Shot Chaos Orbit and a pistol unit known as the X-Shot Chaos Meteor. The purpose of this release was primarily to compete with Dart Zone's Ballistic Ops, the Rival Ball line, Adventure Force Tactical Strike for their Walmart variations, and of course, Hasbro's Nerf rival line. Now this release was pretty lackluster in the sense of marketing campaign. There wasn't much X-Shot did to promote these blasters other than just handing them over to a couple of the bigger Nerf tubers. But for the most part, the reception was pretty positive from the foam flinging community. The blasters were pretty high capacity and they shot in the 90s to 100s for the most part. In the short span of 3.5 years, X-Shot has already come up with more than 4 color variations for this blaster. And although most of them are literally just a color change, there was one that included something extra. In fall of 2022, X-Shot silently released a new color scheme consisting of this very pretty midnight and white, but this time they changed more than just the color. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so if you order this blaster from Amazon, it's going to come in a plain brown box like this, mentioning the brands on the outside very vaguely, covered with tape on either end. The blasters are going to be inside, bundled up, wrapped up in this protective film. Not much protection, but this box did come with another box in their defense. And there you have your contents. You got your 50 rounds to complete 100, and then your dual X-Shot Chaos pack. Now this is the 2022 iteration of this blaster. I'm aware this blaster came out in 2019. There have been a few color variations for this blaster, including the exclusive FaZe Clan Rage Quit series, which is completely clear. American Foam has a really good video on them you guys can check out when you have a chance. When this color combo came out, I was completely sold on it. I just had to check this thing out finally and see for myself what the fuss was all about and if any noticeable changes had taken place ever since their launch in 2019. You guys already know it's rear loading, front under pump right here, and a pretty smooth trigger operation as you would expect. Let's put some rounds into these babies and see what they can do. Let's get it, guys. Loading is pretty simple. You're gonna grab this little tab right here, push it all the way back till it locks. It has a check valve mechanism, much like the Meteor does. You just literally push balls in, they're gonna roll to the front. Do this 14 times. Once your blaster is full, you simply just prime it and you go to town. Decent performance. I was getting high 90s, 100s in some cases, but here, guys, is where the changes happen. If you guys remember, in Coop 772's review of this blaster in its original color variation at launch almost 4 years ago, this blaster was not shooting any other rival round that well.
And now the Orbit with Nerf rival rounds.
Was shooting maybe 1 out of 10 Nerf rival balls and about 0% of all aftermarket rival balls. Today, I'm gonna show you how this has changed and how X-Shot was really sneaky with their silent revision on this blaster. I'm gonna load 14 original Nerf classic rival rounds into this blaster. We're gonna fire them all off and we're gonna see how many of them don't feed. Let's get it. For our closing statements. Let's get it. Now, as with every blaster, you want to open it up, do your normal preventive maintenance. I put a little bit of silicone on the plunger rod O-ring and in the inside walls of the plunger tube. She used to hit high 80s, low 90s, and now she hits low 100s. So really happy with this blaster. I remember falling in love with it when I saw the original shape. I just had never found one thrifting, and when I saw the set on Amazon go on sale past few weeks, I had to jump on it. It's a great way to get into rival blasters if you haven't already tried the ecosystem. I was able to shoot the Dart Zone rival balls. I was able to shoot aftermarket rival balls. This thing eats anything. All you have to do is feed it. If you enjoyed this video, you're definitely gonna like this one. I'll catch you in the next one. Stay blasted, foam fans.